Hey yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Welcome back. This episode of World of Tanks, it is miserable Monday. It is miserable Monday. Last Monday I was traveling back from my vacation, so while it wasn't quite still vacation, it was kind of still vacation. But this is Monday, and my windows should be going in. But it's Monday for everybody else. You're at work. I was asked to do a review of the Lowe. I am probably going to end up still doing that, but for right now, because I've got such a kind of such chaos, I guess, going on at the house with windows and construction and other things, I'm going to go ahead and give this kind of quick Lowe review with a miserable Monday added in. You can see that I have come to Siegfried Line, and that may be a little foreshadowing on how this thing ultimately goes, and I'm going to move on into the middle. And the reason I'm going to show this is partly because of the showing someone how to play the Lowe and something about the Lowe, but also to show some of the Lowe's weaknesses and really the meta weaknesses of slow heavies these days. This is a good setup because it's a city mode, it's a city map, it's a standard mode, and that is helpful. So I have enough speed and mobility to get into the middle of the town and to take this good fighting position right here. Unfortunately, a lot of my team is all camping in the back. There's a Tiger C camping in the back. There's two TDs way out in the field. There's a scout out in the field. The Kanonen Jagdpanzer is up behind me. He's hanging out up on a hill in a sniping position, and we're a little bit light in town compared to what they've stacked up. Look how many guys they've got. So the nice thing about this spot is you can move around and use these different positions. The 110 gets crushed trying to get in, and I just don't get reloaded in time. All of a sudden I see him and I get a little shot. There we go. And dang it if their Lowe doesn't come around the corner and put a little hit on me. But I deserved that because I really spent a lot of time out in the open there trying to force shots. And behind me, this silly T-29 has come around the corner. So he is exposing himself. I'll go ahead and take down the IS. Down goes the T-29. That is very unhelpful right there. The 110 is trying. Come up here, we've got the King Tiger. I take a crummy shot into the top. Instead of going for the hatch, I bounce it right off the highly angled top. But the 110's able to take him down. That's good, and I get hit by Artie, naturally. The guys in the field are kind of getting beat up, although the JP has fallen back. E25 is moving in. The King Tiger at least moved up, so that's a good thing. And we're down 2-4. I get a little shot into the side of the 4502. You can see that the Lowe has just enough mobility to kind of move around in small areas. So you can make that thing move around, get where it needs to be. He does a nice job of a little wiggle, and that is a bummer right there. I was hoping to kill that guy, and that is going to hurt our chances. That was one chance that I missed. Now the 4502 is trying to cross right there. I'm going to come over here, and I'm hoping he comes out in the open. I can kill him, but somebody else gets him. And then I put another shot into the Scorpion. That's a dangerous corner to come around like I did because I knew the Scorpion was there, and there could have been another tank. People just sit there and aim in, so I'm lucky I didn't lose any hit points doing that. Side scraping is one of the strengths. You'll notice at every opportunity, or at least most of the opportunities I have, I try to side scrape coming out to the side with the Lowe. Their Lowe is over there. He's on pretty good hit points as well, similar to mine. I'm hoping the Scorpion G will come out, and he just doesn't quite do it. I don't want to sit here too long. I'm really hoping he comes. He doesn't. There he is. And I missed the Mod 1. It actually wasn't the Scorpion that came around. It was the Mod 1. I just missed that shot. Our field lost. That's not good. We're down 5-6. And finally, we've kind of got all of our power in town, at least what's left of it. The stuff around the periphery has all died, and a couple guys in town have. And now I'm in a little bit of a conundrum on which way to go. I want to come over here and see if I can get this Comet. He's running around out in the field. Maybe I can catch him going around, but I don't see him. So I'm not really sure where he went, whether he's behind that rubble and I just can't see him, or he's moved off into the field. I'm not sure. The 110's on low hit points. He's in a pretty good controlling spot, but it's exposed. And if he doesn't have a lot of support, it's kind of easy to peel him out of there. Now I'm coming around this way. I thought maybe the 122-44, but he's down lower. And I'm just trying to find a shot. It does take the Lowe a little bit to move around in those situations. It's not sprightly by any means. That was a good kill on the Comet. Glad to see him die trying to get around behind us. And then I see the Kanonen. And you can see I spent a lot of time kind of turning around. It's just, the tank is just a little bit slow to do those things. And the Kanonen drops back and looks like he's in that lower pit area where the where that pond is. And they just have so many tanks there. I really don't want to move up forward and let them all come at me at once. So I'm going to use this more controlling back spot here where I can move back and forth like I've been doing. And we're just trying to look for shots in here. So I'm like, all right, Lowe, yep, come on out. There we go. So we put one into him. He kills somebody beside me. I'm going to side scrape out, hoping I can get a shot on this guy. Just to do as he makes a runner. You'll notice I aim slightly inside there, knowing that he's probably going to back up and he ends up fixing it. Probably used a kit right there. Although he seems to have a pretty good repair crew. So backing up, there's their Canonans pushing in on our IS. Get spotted somehow in there, I'm not really sure. The back of my tank may have stuck out there. I'm looking for a shot on one of these guys. There goes the Canonan. Put one into his back. I check 6 because there's not many of us left in town. And I'm really expecting somebody to come around this corner or multiple somebodies and peel me out of here. So we'll come out this way. I'm looking for a shot on the King Tiger C. Don't quite see where he is. The Lowe has gone down low. The Lowe is low. The FV is doing what he can, and I will try to take a shot into this guy. And we get a crit, no damage. That is a major bummer. He takes a hit, and I'm just waiting for the reload. I'm thinking, come on, baby. Give me that reload so we can get rid of this guy. There we go. And all of a sudden, the Canonan is behind me. So what I'm going to try to do here is try to back out of this. I want to get my front armor to him if I can. All of a sudden, and this is very important. So he tried to go around me. I was turning to get my front armor to me, and then he tries to go around me. So I'm actually turning right and putting the front of my tank into his side, keeping him from turning into me here. And we're able to get rid of him. So we'll back up. Mod 1 comes around. I do a little wiggle jiggle, and he actually shoots into the side of my tracks. And I'm really in big trouble here, so we'll take a shot on this. And I try to do a similar thing, but he just rams into me, so I'll take that, using him for as much armor as I can. Now I've got this dude, and that's unfortunate. I just sort of rushed the shot, did not aim like I should have. I get a bounce wiggling around a bit, and now I just want to clear out a bit, put a shot into him. I'd really love to have tracked him, and unfortunately, instead of shooting and immediately backing up, you'll see that little forward motion allowed that guy to get a shot, and then he ammo racks me, and that is critically bad right now. That is the very last thing I needed to have happen. I know the other Lowe is going to come in. I'm the only guy left. There's a stair as well. He might be trying to shoot me. I sneak one into the T-54. I can't go forward now because the stair is looking through that little opening. So I'm just trying to angle as best I can against the Mod 1. And any moment now we're going to get the Lowe. There's the Lowe. Get another lucky bounce. See if I can shoot the Lowe or somebody. Come on, somebody come around the corner. Let me shoot you first. Get him. Straighten up against the Lowe and just hope that I'm going to bounce one more maybe. Come on, baby. Nope. Not quite. And he ends up killing me. So 4,556 with 4 kills. End up dying with 4 of them alive. It was very unlikely I was going to live through that whole thing, even as I had already beat a couple of them that came at me right there. But it's a pretty good example of fighting with the Lowe. Angling, enough speed to get you into important spots, but not really enough speed and maneuverability to get out. I would have loved to have been able to bail out of that spot right there, but I just really never had a chance nor the speed to do so. I probably could have left a little bit earlier, but really once it gets down to that kind of fight, that was about the best place I could pick to fight because it really isolated the number of directions people could come from. There was a couple dead tanks there to use as armor and to help with right there. But like I said, I just really think that was a great example of the Lowe. You know, it's a heavy tier 8, a relatively slow, heavy tier 8. And the meta has largely passed it by. It's still very good, but its flexibility is somewhat limited. That's just really its major drawback. But the rest of the package is pretty darn good. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in to this miserable Monday. That is all I've got. I will see you all on Tuesday.